Come on, I'm serious. Ready?
You want me to do it?
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to Coal Country Homestead, and I'm sure you probably can't like really see us. We have quite the haul to share with you, but we just want to put it all up here to give you an idea. And we have big news to share with you too. So let's do this. Let's clear some of this out first so you can actually see where we are. But we have been on the road all day today. Doggy, this is not for you. No. And we've been on the road all day today. It is currently just about 10 o'clock at night, and we were too excited to go to bed. We had to share this with you. It's not going to get uploaded tonight, but when you see this, you'll know. So
yeah, so stay tuned to the end of the video. We have some super exciting news to share with you guys. It's going to benefit everybody that's watching.
Big time. I
mean, we're just super excited about it. So be sure to watch to the end so that you can find out what the news is.
Yes. So as I mentioned, we were on the road all day today. We woke up super early, made a road trip, and we were in the Lancaster area all day. Made it home about an hour ago, and we couldn't go to bed without recording this. I have some other haul to share with you from our trip, but we're going to do this one in this video. So to start, let me just say that this is, and it keeps going, keeps.
Your arms even go apart that far.
They can. Just about. This is our receipt from where we were today. You want to tell them where we were?
So we were at the largest seed store in the United States.
Not largest in square footage, but
largest selection
in variety.
Yes, largest selection of seeds in a store in the United States.
Over 1,600 varieties.
And that's even more than Baker Creek has.
Yeah.
And lots of people think Baker Creek is really big, and they have lots and lots of
varieties. I thought they had the biggest variety.
Yeah, I thought that they were the biggest, but apparently no. Here in Pennsylvania.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Of all places, we have the largest seed store, and that's in Lancaster County, and it's
Rohrer Seeds. We stumbled upon Rohrer Seeds when we were at the Pennsylvania Farm Show. We purchased seeds there, and we had their catalog at home, and we were just hooked once we realized that they were, a Pennsylvania company, and they were in Lancaster. I mean, that's a road trip for us, but still, it's in Pennsylvania, and they're a small family business that has been in business for over 100 years, 103 years, I believe. And they believe in supporting their community and giving back. So we had to make the drive. So that's where we were. And we have so much to share with you. So where shall we start?
Oh, you want to start with the seeds, or you want to start with the other thing?
That's a lot of seeds.
My, oh my. Yeah, we did have a seed blackout.
We had a seed blackout, yep. We are seed wasted.
On the way, Sam was like, I'm totally prepared for you to go seed blackout today. And I was thinking in my head, I'm not going to do that. I'm okay. I have it under control. Like, everything is good. Like, I have all the stuff that I need pretty much. I'm only going to get a few things.
I know full and well one thing about Zachary is he can't resist a pretty seed. Like, the dream of what he can grow. And if it is even in a pretty packet, he's attracted to it, And then the fact that we didn't take a list with us, I normally am the one that's like, okay, well, we need this, we need that. I was just ready for a full-on blackout, and we both had a full-on blackout. And I think it was well worth it. So we have you picked this out, so I'll let you do that.
Yeah, so this is just a specific garden marker. It's permanent ink and it's fade and water resistant, and environmentally friendly. So, I mean, we've been using Sharpies and stuff for stuff outdoors, and that's worked, pretty well most of the time. But this one being specific for fade and water resistance, I thought maybe, for a couple bucks,
Give it a try.
couldn't go wrong with that.
And that went hand in hand with these.
Right. So, in the years past, we've only relied on our notebook diagram that Sam makes to actually know where things are, besides, what you have in your memory.
And it works good, but you have to walk around the garden with the notebook and risk getting it wet, damaged,
Yeah, so when it's raining or something and you have the notebook outside, it doesn't work very well. And the other thing is that you have to do a 2-step reference.
Yes.
On our process.
Yes, because when I do my diagram, I just put the code that I've assigned that seed plant, and then I track that back to our seed starting list as it's like a database that I'm referencing. But we're low tech with this. We do this all on paper. Things stick better in my mind when I do it on paper, when I write it out. So that's what works for us. But we wanted to have something as we're sharing the garden with you all, because we plan on doing some weekly garden tours of what we can like visually say, okay, well, here's this and here's that. And
right, while we're doing the garden tour videos, I want to be able to name the plant on the spot, what it is, so I can share it with you guys, and then give you a little bit of information on each variety. So that's what these garden stakes are for. These were 30 cents a piece, I think.
They were very affordable.
Yeah, so we didn't get enough. We should have definitely got more, but
I think we'll be back.
But yeah, this is a good start for at least the tomatoes and the peppers. Yes. Getting some of those varieties.
Some of the plants you can look at it and know right away what it is. But when you have 30 varieties of tomatoes
and you haven't grown it before, you're just not sure.
Yeah.
So
we got those, and then let's start a pile here. We have these. Now I almost feel like I should sort these in some way. So do you want to talk about those, and I'll sort these a little bit here?
Yeah. So they had a little stand with some microgreen seeds from High Mowing Organic Seeds. So I've always been intrigued by microgreens. I've in the past been gung-ho about starting literally a microgreens business. I've done so much research on it and just was so intrigued by the whole process and the nutritional value that it can give people. So I haven't done a lot of microgreens in the past, even with that all being said, but I definitely am interested in trying to get microgreens going here and having that as a salad option and nutrition through the winter for us. So like Sam said before, everybody loves salad here, and we eat a lot of salad, and even in the wintertime we're buying a lot of salad greens and salad stuff. So
that's what I've noticed the most with our pantry challenge is the lack of the greens, the fresh eating veggie.
Yeah. So I do have a grow area where I start my seeds and stuff, and the grow rack is plenty big enough to start, a few trays of microgreens every now and again to get some good nutrition going in the wintertime. So I bought these cilantro microgreens and red Russian kale. I was planning on mixing them together and doing maybe 1 or 2 10-20 trays of these. Hopefully I can get 2 out of them, but I might only be able to get 1. These are 3 ounces each, or this is 3 ounces and this is 2 ounces. So I'm thinking that probably maybe 1 for a 10-20 tray, but just an experiment to try to get the process going and get some success with it, so that I can know that we can do it in the future as an option for salad stuff.
Yeah.
I did get those mats to go with them. I don't know.
I think they're down here.
Oh, yep. Here we go. So these are microgreens growing mats. I believe these are made of
They're
cocoa.
biodegradable.
Yeah, I think they're cocoa core, or this one's natural hemp fiber. So
and you can compost it.
yeah, so after you're done growing your microgreens, you just kind of pull the mat up, and then you can snip it real close to the mat, and then just compost the mat. So there's 3 different mats in here. So I was hoping to experiment with these microgreens and see if we can get some growing.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right. So I sorted these kind of by who they're from. So the really neat thing about Rohrer Seeds is they don't sell just their seeds. I mean, they do have their own seed collections, but they also sell a variety of other seeds. So seeds that we wouldn't necessarily be able to get our hands on and touch and see the packet and, you know, read all that touchy-feely stuff beforehand, because there's not that, you know, those stores in our area. We were able to do that in their store, and Zachary was super excited to discover that.
I was totally not expecting anything but Rohrer Seeds. Like, I was expecting only Rohrer Seeds. And as soon as I saw the Baker Creek seed packets in Renee's garden, I was like, what?
So I guess we better start with those then, right?
Yeah, so we got a couple varieties from Baker Creek. One of them was the Sunrise Bumblebee, which I saw a video. I forgot who it was. I think it was Jess, but she was talking about the best tasting cherry tomato
she has
that
a
she
thing.
had.
Jess has a thing for Roots and Refuge. If you're not following, she's enthralled with tomatoes. I mean,
yeah,
she gets me more and more excited about tomatoes every time I watch her talk about them, and I love tomatoes.
Yeah, she's like the tomato queen.
Yes.
But so I think it was her that mentioned this one. So this one says luminous swirls of reds and oranges inside the oblong cherries and out. Sweet, fruity taste. So, like we said in a video prior, we're looking for the sweetest cherry tomato, orange or yellow cherry tomato that we were given by a neighbor one year. It was just the best tasting cherry tomato we've ever had. So we've been looking for it, and we believe it was one of the sunrise or sunset varieties. So
Sunny Bell, I think.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking for with that one.
I'm excited about these.
And then we have some red Reuben Brussels sprouts. So stunning purple red sprouts, full of antioxidants, nice sweet flavor when grown in cool weather.
So we have found that like red cabbage, you know, alternative cauliflower colors, they seem to be more pest resistant in our garden. And we don't like protein included in our cabbages and everything. So we're hoping that these Brussels sprouts are more pest resistant than a traditional green Brussels sprout.
Right.
So that's our thinking with that. Would you like to take turns doing these?
Sure. All right, so in this pile we have Seed Savers Exchange, which is also another great seed company. So this one is a Salvaterra's Select. So this is like a paste tomato. It's an heirloom variety. This one was the winner of a 2017 tomato tasting in the paste sauce division. It has a great meaty texture. It's paired with a tangy, sweet flavor, making it ideal for sauce.
Hazleton. This is the one that's from Hazleton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and we read this one in one of the seed books the other day, and I was like, oh, we got to get this one, Sam. And I think it might actually been Seed Savers.
So if you know of any other like varieties of anything that are unique to Pennsylvania or, you know, started in Pennsylvania, let us know.
Yeah, I think I actually got one more that was from Pennsylvania. But this one was grown by Charles Salvaterra since the early 1980s. The heirloom tomato has been shared within the Hazleton, Pennsylvania community since the 1950s.
Well.
And this is an indeterminate variety. So, real excited for that one.
I'm excited for that one too. Lots of preserving. Lots of sauce making. So I don't think Zachary even saw me put this one in the cart.
No, I didn't.
But we all know we need the bees. We need the pollinators. You can't just have vegetables. You need flowers, and you need everything else that goes along with that. So I got the bee feed mix. So it's a very colorful early, mid, and late blooming flower mix benefits, I'm getting tongue-tied, benefits pollinators all season long. So I'm excited to have some pretty flowers, throughout the garden. We have a whole binder, really, of flower seeds that we really haven't dug into and planted.
Yeah, we definitely need flowers.
So we're going to have lots of flowers mixed throughout our garden this year. But I was excited to get these specifically because we need the bees.
All right, up next, another Seed Savers exchange is the double yield cucumber. This is a historic variety introduced to the U.S. seed trade before 1950. This variety was introduced in 1924 by Joseph Harris Company of Coldwater, New York, within the claim that the remarkable thing about this new cucumber is its wonderful productiveness. So for every pickle that you cut off, 2 or 3 more are produced.
I'm excited for that.
And we read this in another book the other day, and I was like, we got to get that one. So when I saw it today, we definitely had to get this one. So this is a pickling type, best for canning or fresh eating when 4 to 5 inches long, and it's early to mid-season maturity. So
I'm excited for that. And then we have the Seed Savers Orange Bell. It's the best tasting orange bell pepper we have grown, given to Seed Savers Exchange by member Alex Hecklar in 1989. Blocky 4-inch bell peppers have thick walls and excellent flavor. Heavy yielding, can also be eaten green. So most of your peppers, if you are unaware, most bell peppers in general are green first. And it takes quite some time for them to reach full maturity. So often we will harvest, our first harvest of any of our peppers will be just green peppers. Right. And then they seem to really flourish after that when you do that hard harvest and clear them. Then they just go wild.
Yeah, I think that's really important with peppers, is to, when they first have that first couple peppers, you got to pick them.
Yeah, because then they feel like they need to make more.
So once you pick those first rounds of peppers, the plant needs to, it goes into reproduction shock. So it needs to reproduce so it can live and sow its seed. Yeah. So they need to go crazy and reproduce as much as they can. So
we've gotten really good harvest.
Yeah, they just seem to go crazy after we chop them all off.
Chop them all off.
This one here is the Fatality pepper, and this is their hottest pepper. Now, this one...
He keeps sneaking peppers in.
This one is probably way too hot for me even.
Oh, God.
But I just had to get it. It's the hottest pepper they offer from Central Africa Republic. Habanero type peppers with delicious citrus flavor and few seeds. 3-inch long golden orange fruits are born in abundance on 30-inch plants. A great choice for pots, can be overwintered inside. Sizzling hot.
Definitely making more hot sauce.
Yeah, but this one, it had 30-inch plants, so I was also keeping in mind I want to do some, potted stuff this year and compact plants and not have to worry about staking so much.
Just helped that it was the hottest pepper that they have.
Yeah, and it just looks so cool. I mean, look at it. It's really nice color, just shiny, just got those ribs. I mean, they're almost like daggers.
They're going to be daggers as you're eating it. So we have the Paul Robeson tomato. Zachary was really excited for this one. He likes the darker tomatoes. And it says that it is a Russian variety with a dedicated following among tomato connoisseurs, named in honor of Paul Robeson, a legendary African-American actor, singer, and civil rights advocate. Dusky brick red fruits with dark green shoulders and red flesh, 6 to 12 ounces. That's a nice sized tomato. known for its distinctive flavor, smoky and earthy with a perfect acid-sweet balance. Indeterminate 80 to 90 days from transplant.
Yeah, and this one is also one of Jess's favorites, if not her favorite. It's Jess from Roots and Refuge Farm. She always talks about this one, and this is one of her must grows every year. So she tells a story about this being the best tomato she ever tasted, where she literally had to sit down and almost cry about it in her garden. So I'm excited to try this one.
I'm excited to try it now too. I am excited for this one. This is the Federal tomato, introduced to Seed Savers Exchange in 1991 by R.W. Richardson of New York. Original seed obtained through a swap with a West Virginia gardener. Productive plants loaded with 7-inch long, that's a big tomato, 7-inch long red paste tomatoes, rich full flavor and few seeds. Excellent for processing, especially good for salsa. Indeterminate 85 days from transplant. I am so excited for this one. I have still been trying to find my perfect, most favorite paste tomato. I want a good sauce tomato. And I still have yet to find just the right one. I mean, we've made some really good sauce, but I'm just still waiting. So maybe this will be it.
Yes.
I'm excited for that one too.
All right, America spinach. So this is a high quality, heat and drought tolerant spinach, well suited for spring sowing in long day areas. Growing 8 inches tall with thick, deep green savoid leaves, the acclaimed variety is slow to bolt. 1952, an All-American Selections winner. It was developed by the Dutch seed house Sluis and Groot. It is a long-standing compact Bloomsdale type and can be frozen, canned, or used fresh.
I'm excited to be able to can spinach.
Yeah, so this one seems like a one that's going to perform well, and I mean, we've had pretty good luck with spinach. I've had spinach over winter here already, so I mean, we could probably get that in the ground soon, and it'll get
Give
going.
us some greens.
Yeah.
We have the Ukrainian purple, also known as purple Russian. This variety bears plum-shaped fruits that measure 3 to 4 inches long, weigh about 6 ounces, and have a nice sweetness and meaty texture. Original stock of this productive, relatively crack-free variety came from Irma Henkel in Ukraine. It's an indeterminate variety for 80 days from transplant. I'm excited for this one. This, again, seems more of like a pasty tomato. Just excited. I'm excited for all tomatoes.
All right, so next up we have Pennsylvania Dutch crookneck squash. So I got this one obviously because it's Pennsylvania Dutch, and we were in Pennsylvania Dutch country.
You want to sell Zachary seeds? Put Pennsylvania on it.
So this is a gorgeous and enormous. Fruits weigh 10 to 20 pounds. Wow. Very easy to prepare since the seeds are all contained neatly in the bottom of the bulb or the fruit. Simply cut the long curved neck into rings to bake. Sweet, dark orange flesh, excellent for pies or soups, and a good keeper. So a couple things got me there. Easy to cook, easy to handle, easy to prepare. And then a sweet, dark orange flesh. So sweet. That got me.
I'm excited for that one. And sorry, dogs. So our next one is the Feher Ozone paprika pepper. And I know I said that incorrectly, I'm sure. This originated in Hungary. It's a productive dwarf plants, produce 5-inch long fruits that ripen from creamy white to orange to red. Exceptionally sweet flesh. Dried fruit can be ground to make paprika powder, and it's 80 to 90 days from transplant for harvest, and it's sweet. So I'm excited for this to make our own paprika. And we've talked about, well, we've thrown around the idea about doing some smoked, starting up the smoker and doing some smoked paprika. So that'll be fun.
All right, so next up is the Hinkelhatz pepper. This one was cultivated by the Pennsylvania Dutch since the mid-1880s. The name translates as chicken heart. Ooh. Traditionally used for pickling and making pepper vinegar. 80-90 days from transplant, and it's a hot pepper. So I was interested in pickling and the
Pepper
vinegar.
yeah.
Yeah, so that sounded pretty cool to me.
That's cool. I should let you do that one, but I'll do this one. This is the Parisian pickling cucumber, and I like the small cucumbers. I mean, we buy like the mini cucumbers at the store, so I'm really excited for this. Also known as improved bourbon, this dark green cucumber with firm, thick flesh and inconspicuous seeds is suitable for pickling or slicing. A historic French variety used in the late 1800s to manufacture gherkins. Gherkins, listed in 1892 by James J.H. Gregory of Marblehead, Massachusetts. It can be harvested small for pickling or larger for slicing. So I'm excited for this one.
All right, so next up we have Mountain Sweet Yellow Watermelon. So here's another one of those special orange watermelons. This is a bigger variety, kind of like the Orange Glow. I think this is real similar. This one was introduced into the 1991 SSE yearbook by Dr. Larry Woods from Georgia. Oblong 20 to 35 pound fruits. Wow. With dark and light green stripes, extra firm, deep yellow flesh, and black seeds. Quite productive, very high sugar content. So this one should be a real sweet, huge watermelon.
We're going to have a whole picnic for that one watermelon. And then we have the Sheboygan. That's a fun one. Sheboygan tomato. It's introduced into the 1998 yearbook by Seed Savers Exchange member Jeff Nicola, grown since the early 1900s by Lithuanian immigrants in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Pink paste type. Yay, paste tomato. 4 to 6 ounce fruits. Excellent flavor, heavy yields, great for canning. Indeterminate 80 days from transplant. One of these has to be my favorite paste tomato by the end of the year. I don't know. It has to be. So then we have, that's another Seed Saver Exchange.
No, this is Southern
Exposure Seed Exchange, sorry.
Yeah, so this is one of the other brands that they had there, Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, which is another really good seed company. They specialize in seeds that do really well in the South, but you can obviously, grow them anywhere, usually. But this was the Heinz tomato. So if you're from Pennsylvania or ketchup at all, Heinz tomato ketchup is...
And you say it Heinz, and Heinz. I say it Heinz.
Oh, yeah, Heinz.
So.
What was I saying? Heinz?
Heinz.
Well, Heinz tomato ketchup. So that's Pittsburgh thing. So this is a productive and disease resistance, an ideal tomato for sauce, ketchup, and salsa. Also good for salads. Round 4 to 6 ounce fruits with good crack resistance and widely adapted. And this is also a determinate variety. So
I will not be canning ketchup.
But this should still be a good paste tomato.
Yeah, I'm excited to try that one. So then we have High Mowing Seeds.
Yep, High Mowing Organic Seeds. That's another variety that they were selling there. So we're excited to see this one.
I don't know that we've had any of their seeds.
No, we have not had their seeds.
Yeah, I don't recognize this very green packet.
Yeah, so this is the first year we'll have any High Mowing Organic Seeds. So we got a open pollinated tango celery. 85 days to maturity on this one. So we have like Utah tall celery and Desaline or whatever you call it. Yeah. And those two varieties have done like okay for us. We've never really gotten a celery that like we see in the store, we're still trying to produce like store quality celeries. Like so far we've had like smaller celery. Yeah. But
and I use the whole celery. Like I use the leafy part, and I've that's what I made my like Trinity soup starter from is our celery, and it's very tasty, but it's not the celery that you're you're used to, that crunch.
Right. So I don't know if we're gonna get that out of this one. This is early maturing and heat tolerant. It's a compact variety, best grown for the celery hearts. It's self-blanching, productive, tender inner stalks with a mild and fresh flavor and crisp crunch. So
sounds good.
Yeah, we'll see what this one, how it does.
And then we have the Amish paste tomato. This is a thick, meaty, deep red flesh with very few seeds. Oxheart fruits are 8 to 12 ounces, notably sweeter taste than many other paste tomatoes, eat as a slicer or used for cooking. So I'm excited to try this one too.
Up next, we have the Yellowstone carrot from High Mowing Organic Seeds. I saw this in a couple different seed catalogs, and I was excited to try it. Last year, I had the Ukrainian something. It was a yellow carrot, and that one was really good. But this one is a little bit different. This one is bright yellow. Will wow the kids and add gourmet flair to your plate. Carrots are long and slender, and a tapered to a point. Mild flavor is best when cooked. So, looking forward to trying this one.
Yeah. And then we have Renee's Garden collection of seeds. The first one is Petite Pickles French Cornichons, which is the same thing essentially as gherkins. They are tiny European-style mini pickles. And some of our favorite pickles have been like the real mini sweets or the mini dills. So I am thrilled to, my own child's favorite pickles are the store-bought pickles still. So it is my personal goal this year to have better homemade pickles than store pickles.
Yeah. My favorite pickles, on the other hand, are definitely Sam's pickles. So I much prefer those over the store-bought pickles.
Well, he's got some points.
All right, from Renee's Garden, we have a container zucchini Astia. So this is a French bush zucchini variety developed especially for container growing and planting in small space gardens. These are non-rambling, compact squash vines are highly ornamental with big silvery green, deeply indented leaves, early bearing and productive. It also bears abundant zucchini near the base of the plant where they're easy to harvest, and they're uniformly smooth, glossy green, have excellent flavor, and are delicious whether roasted, sauteed, steamed, or baked. So we're definitely looking for a couple of varieties like this along the lines of container gardening and space saving this year. So looking forward to doing videos specific to container gardening and space saving options.
Space saving is just great because then you can plant more in your space. I mean,
yeah, and like it's a good example for people who don't have a lot of space, you know, or like on a patio or on a deck.
In a container.
Exactly. You can put it in a bucket and grow some food.
We've done that.
Grow some food on your porch, on your apartment porch or your apartment deck or whatever, and your balcony.
Absolutely. So this one here is Long Harvest Broccoli. It is an all-season blend. So this is actually a mix of, it's a equal amounts of seed for great tasting, high yielding hybrid varieties. Some are early, some are later. So this is a mix of broccoli varieties in here.
Okay.
And then we have that one.
Also from Renee's Garden, we have Icebox Watermelons Rainbow Sherbet. So this one has 3 different colors of crispy sweet icebox melons in one packet. So they have pastel yellow, orange, or pink. And these extra fancy beauties weigh only 4 to 7 pounds with thin green striped rinds and dense crisp flesh. The party colors and refreshing sweet sherbet-like taste make them wonderful everyday treats or gorgeous summer desserts. So the yellow one is called a yellow baby, the pink one is a tiger baby, and the green one is new orchid. So that one has orange fruit. The tiger baby has the pink fruit, and the yellow baby has the yellow fruit.
We're gonna have to till up the whole front yard for all of these. Did we say that we had a seed blackout? Because we did. And I know this is a big haul, but make sure that you wait till the end so we can share with you the news. It's worth the wait.
Yes, definitely.
And I'm holding him back right now
Yes.
from saying it. So then we have Renee's Garden English Cucumber. The Cucumber Lovers Reward 12 to 15 inch Chelsea Prize is the same long, elegantly slender English cucumber found at premium price in upscale markets. When we've all, I'm sure, bought them, sealed in plastic, the long cucumber.
Yeah.
I'm excited to grow this.
Hunter, what are you doing?
I think the dogs are telling us it's time to go to bed.
Hunter's trying to make his bed in the crate. The last one from Renee's Garden, Hungarian bread seed poppy. So this one was kind of like a flower purchase, but also you can use poppy seeds in baking. So I thought it looks good, and we can also harvest it for the seeds. So that one was a good option for baking.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And the rest of these here are Rohrer's own collections, various things. So with this, we have, let's start with these here. We have another space saver. It's the Burpee Butter Bush Squash. And this is an outstanding winter vegetable, easy to grow, and it's very prolific. Flesh is rich orange, thick, sweet, and excellent tasting. Delicious in pies or cut into serving size pieces and baked. I'm excited to actually try and can up some of this to have on our shelves as a quick and easy side dish.
So. Yeah, I love squash. So we really went in with the winter squash this year.
We did.
I definitely want to have that as an option all winter long, for the storage varieties and then canning it. It's going to be good.
Yes, it is.
All right. So another baking item, caraway. This one is an heirloom. And it's
which, if you didn't know, caraway seed is actually what you get in seeded rye bread. It's not rye seed that you're eating. That scent. That's caraway seeds.
All right. So it's a versatile culinary herb that is commonly used in breads, particularly rye bread, and also occasionally to flavored cheeses such as Havarti. Caraway can also be cooked as a root vegetable, much like a parsnip or a carrot.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But caraway seeds are also really good in pork and sauerkraut. If you've seen our New Year's Day video, the pork and sauerkraut that I made had caraway seeds in it. It's a nice touch. So we have squash. I was wanting to try this one. It's a white bush scallop squash. We haven't grown any scallop variety squash. And this says it is a delicious white squash, produces mild, tender fruits that are best harvested between 3 to 6 inches. We like some small squash. I mean, individual serving size kind of squash. It's a good source of vitamin A, and it is an excellent addition to any garden. So this should be an exciting one. Oh, and I love those.
I didn't know you got these.
I got those.
We already have these.
We don't have enough, though.
So this one is an heirloom. It's a ground cherry, Aunt Molly's variety. Possibly the best known ground cherry available to the home gardener. This Polish developed heirloom has a uniquely sweet flavor, making it great to use in pies, jellies, harvest fruits when paper husk turns brown. So last year we had Aunt Molly's ground cherry, and we were so surprised by the flavor profile of it.
It's like sweet.
It was
tropical,
like nothing we've ever had before.
It's just so good. We didn't harvest enough to be able to preserve any. I don't even think most of them didn't even make it to the house.
Yeah. And I think this year maybe I'm going to try to grow it in a pot and that way it's contained, and then it can fall
Yes,
on
because
like the
when they're really
pavement.
ripe, they drop basically. So
Yeah,
then
they
you're like,
just fall off, and then I was digging in the
yeah,
weeds
yeah,
for them, and it was just a little bit difficult to harvest them. So I'm thinking this year maybe in a pot and have it on the
yeah,
patio and just pick them up off the patio.
yeah. The dogs will be helping themselves too.
Yeah.
Then we have the carrot, the Imperator. This is an exceedingly popular table vegetable, unmatched for vitamin content and sweet flavor. These are supposed to be a larger lengthwise carrot, so I'm excited to grow this. Recently, today actually, we were in the Lancaster area and we were walking around the Bird in Hand market, and they have these huge carrots. So I'm hoping that these can get up to that size.
All right, so here's a tomato from Rohrer Seeds. This is the Chef's Choice Orange Hybrid.
I picked that one up.
This is an All-American Selections winner. So this is a vigorous growing variety, bears delicious fruit. They require little space and effort to produce a big crop. Excellent for salads, juice, canning, and relish. America's most popular vegetable.
All sounds good to me.
So yeah, this one looks really good.
We did get an iceberg Great Lakes lettuce. My grandmother, who is part of our household, her favorite lettuce has always been iceberg. So we are trying to grow her some head iceberg lettuce. So I was excited to see these seeds. Oh, Zachary's excited for this one.
Yep, here we have a pumpkin. This is Dill's Atlantic Giant. We saw a couple giant pumpkins in the catalogs.
Like giant.
Like prize winner, fair taker pumpkins. So we were kind of looking to just kind of plop one of those out front and see if we can just have a massive pumpkin
just advertise to anyone
out front of our house. Yeah. So this is a huge variety, frequently a prize winner at county fairs. So carefully grown, fruits can exceed 200 pounds. Fruits are evenly ribbed, medium orange, and slightly rough. Fine textured orange flesh is outstanding for pies, cooking, freezing, and the seed makes delicious snacks. Perfect for huge jack-o'-lanterns. So I can just imagine us growing a couple 100-pound pumpkin and then not knowing what to do with it, and then cutting it in half with a sawzall and taking pieces in to make pies, and then taking the rest piece by piece down to the chickens. Now I have food for weeks.
Well, there's a good way to supplement feed costs.
Yeah.
Turn your pumpkins into eggs.
Chickens love pumpkins.
Yeah. Here we have a big red pepper. I'm the sweet pepper girl. He's the hot pepper guy. So I was happy to find this. Sweet peppers are our favorite home garden vegetable. Attractive compact plants complement any garden. And I love red peppers. I am looking this year to do, well, I need to do more sweet pepper relish on our shelves. We need some more of that soon. And I want to try this year roasted red peppers, canned roasted red peppers, like the whole thing. So that's where we're planning with this.
Another pepper here, the Mamma Mia Giallo Hybrid. This is another AAS winner. This is a delicious Italian sweet pepper that is not only quick to mature, but also yields impressive harvests and has great disease resistance. Has beautiful yellow golden skin, which can be easily peeled away or eaten. So another nice little sweet pepper.
Yeah. And then we have another carrot. This is the Nantes. And this is a nearly coreless variety. It's well known for its bright orange color and sweet, crisp flavor, averaging about 7 inches in length. This variety is excellent for both freezing and juicing. So I'm hoping that this is a big carrot to preserve and get on our shelves.
Here we have a cucumber, the Space Master variety. So we saw this in a catalog and had to have this. It's an excellent option if you have limited garden space or grow in raised beds. Known most commonly as a slicing variety, you can also harvest early for a delicious pickling cucumber. So
all good things.
Yep.
Then we have basil, Genovese basil. This is like a tried and true basil to grow. Great for fresh eating, great for tomato salads, great for pesto. It's good for all of it. Drying it, I've dried this in the past and we've had that on our shelves as well. So all around a good one.
Yep.
I know you're excited for these.
Yep. And then at Rohrer, they had a whole container collection section specifically aimed toward growing in small spaces. So they had the Cal Sweet Bush Watermelon. So this is kind of like a baby bush variety, but it's striped. This is also a AAS winner and is the best bush watermelon on the market. Produces 2 to 3 melons per plant that are around 6 pounds each, with bright red flesh, deep black seeds, 20-inch vines. Only 20-inch vines. Wow. Make this a great variety for containers or raised beds. So you're talking less than 2 foot. You're getting 3 watermelons. Small. Like, that is super small.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
I mean, anyone could absolutely grow that on a balcony.
Yeah, and you don't need any type of support for that. You can just let it hang out of the pot onto the balcony. Like, that's awesome.
I love that they specifically have a container collection. I think that really shows that they are adapting and growing with, the current climate, because a lot of people who weren't gardening before, didn't think they could garden before because of their lack of space, are looking for this. So if you walk into their store, or if you have their catalog and you see container collection, I mean, that's
it was like awesome. The first thing that you saw when you walked in was the container collection.
It's less intimidating for that person that hasn't done it before. So here we have the Parisian gherkin pickling cucumber. I mean, need we say more? We're excited about growing all of these cucumbers. This is a 2015 AAS winner. Is an excellent gherkin type pickling cucumber. Has a semi-vining habit that can be grown on a small trellis or allowed to flow over the sides of your raised bed or container. It has a sweet flavor and will grow and produce fruits quickly. That's awesome. Basil large leaf. It's like basil lettuce.
Yeah.
It's a huge leaf, basically. Think of like a spinach size, like a large spinach size leaf. We've grown large leaf basil before. This is their Amish Country Organics line by Rohrer Seeds. I believe this is new this year, the Amish Country Organics. This is popular and easy to grow annual that develops into an attractive bushy plant, 1.5 inch to 2 inch tall. Aromatic leaves have a spicy clover-like flavor, popular in tomato dishes, soup, stews, spaghetti, fish, poultry, and salads. Grow indoors or out. So if you just have a, windowsill to get something growing on, you can do that with basil. It's awesome. And I'm excited for that one too.
Another Amish Country Organics. We have the Butter Crunch lettuce. We've always liked the Butter Crunch lettuce. That's been one of our favorites. No garden is complete without an easy to grow, delicious, and nutritious Bib or Butterhead lettuce. This year, grow your own crispy, crunchy, tossed green salads. So this is always a really good, tasty variety of lettuce.
Mm-hmm. And then we have our cilantro. They have some seed packets that are value packs. This is an heirloom variety, and this is something that we use a ton in the summertime, and then I preserve freezer-wise for things like guac, pico, sofrito. There are so many things that I use cilantro in, and we never have enough. Like, no matter how much we've grown so far, there's never enough. I always have to supplement it. So I'm excited to have a big value pack. This thing is stuffed with seeds. So we have that. And then we have these two.
All right. So next up feels like another value pack. Mm-hmm. So this is parsley. It's an heirloom variety, Italian plain. Fun and easy to grow year-round, indoors and out. This tasty and attractive leaves will add a gourmet touch to your garnishing and flavoring. Leaves may also be dried. So we use a lot of parsley in cooking. So
I make a parsley dressing. So there's, again, never enough parsley to go around. And then we have dill. One of our biggest uses of dill is our tuna salad that we make that the whole family loves. I mean, when I say like I make a lot of it at a time, it's like 5 pounds of tuna that we're making at a time for our family, and a ton of dill. So there's nothing like fresh dill straight out of your garden, nothing like it. And it looks pretty when it grows too. So another value pack. So believe it or not, that is all of the seeds.
Woo.
Yeah. So let me clear these out of the way here, and we will move on to the next thing. And when we were at Rohrer Seed today, they are all just so friendly, so accommodating, so knowledgeable. It was just such a good experience. Now, I know not everyone lives in Pennsylvania and you can't, necessarily go to their store, but the fact that they have a catalog that you can shop from, they have a website that you can shop from. Their catalog doesn't cost anything, and it has a ton of information in it. If you saw when we were talking about planning our garden, I mentioned about how their catalog has the planting chart for Pennsylvania for Zone 6. So you don't necessarily have to live in Pennsylvania to be in Zone 6. But it tells you, your estimated planting dates and everything for Zone 6, which is a great resource.
Yeah, definitely.
So, all right, we're going to move on to the next bag. This one's kind of heavy. It's like Mary Poppins' bag over here. It keeps coming. All right, you want to start with that one?
All right, so first up, we have liquid copper fungicide. They had really good prices on their their fertilizers and their plant treatments and stuff. So normally we get the smaller one, for
pretty penny.
Yeah, so this was a good price for what we usually pay. So we picked that up. I thought
all of their prices were really good.
Yeah, I mean, everything was definitely reasonable. But this, you kind of need one of the hose attachments that you mix in. So it's
that you adjust.
Right. So it's like it's
a dilution rate.
Yeah. So you mix that in on your hose, and then you spray it like normal, and then that coats your plants accordingly. But definitely need that for like early blight and powdery mildew and stuff like that.
So we're just trying to prepare ahead of time this year so we can be more proactive instead of being reactive. Just have these things on hand and ready to go should we need it.
Right.
And then we got some harvesting stuff. We got these little like berry and this is a quart. Yes, this is a quart and this is a pint measurement. I like these. I would really like to try and have like a little small farm stand again during the summertime, at least, like on our community day, do something like that. Right. And I've tried to source these elsewhere and they were really expensive. These were less than $1 each. And I thought that was a really great savings and just nice to have on hand. Well, hello. Even if we just use them. So we got those. We also got, with growing so many onions and growing so many potatoes, I invested in some burlap sacks to help extend, a little dusty, to help extend the shelf life of our harvest. Putting all that work in, you want to be able to save it or preserve it. And, if we can just put them in here and put it in a cool, dark space, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
These are more for me. These are the 8-inch twist ties for securing, trellising, vining, cucumbers, tomatoes, all of that. We do have like the pull and tie little string, basically twine, but I prefer just this. It's just easy to twist it. and go. And I think their price for this was really good as well. $4.99 for 100 was their in-store price. So we got quite a few packs. You want to do
that? Next up, we have Corona hydroponic finger snips. I've seen a few varieties of these finger snips, and they've always been alluring to me. Not having to have the big, pruners in your hand all the time. These are just really sharp mini snips almost.
I like them because they're so small.
Yeah, so like you can really get into like hard to reach spaces and do like exact trimming with these. And if you get everything when it's, not super big, you should be able to pretty much handle all the pruning you need to with these.
Well, see, and I look at these as like a great little harvest for basil, like harvesting.
Yeah,
basil.
so it does say these are good for harvesting medicinal plants. So this is good for herbs and everything like that.
I'll take it. I feel like this should be like, oh. I have wanted a big ceramic mixing bowl, stoneware mixing bowl for the longest time. Anytime we go somewhere like a secondhand store, an antique store, anything like that, I am always looking at them. And without fail, they're always like outrageously priced, which I understand. Or they are chipped and just not to what we would need for it. So I was absolutely thrilled when we got to Rohrer Seeds. And not only did they have, seed starting stuff, but they had preserving stuff there too. They had like butter turns, and they had these bowls, and they had knife sets. They had a whole selection of stuff. But this is from Mason Cash, which is out of England. This is a mixing bowl. This was the largest one that they had. It is microwave, dishwasher safe, and it is made of chip-resistant earthenware. Mix, whisk, knead, and store all in one bowl. And I am thrilled for this because we're making more and more bread. The Pantry Challenge has taught us that we can make our own bread. I mean, we've dabbled in bread before, but it has really taught us that we can make our own bread, and that our homemade bread is so much better than the store bread. So there's going to be lots of rising dough in here in the future. And with that in mind, I also got their bench scraper. This is just great to have in the kitchen in general for, scraping up things that you've chopped, but also to work with dough. So these are two things that I got for our future kitchen use.
Awesome.
And I was thrilled.
One other thing that they had there was a bunch of different professional waterers. So the type of head on this one, which a lot of places have it, but they're not all made as good. But this is like a really fine shower water, so it disperses the water in a way that doesn't disturb the plants as much.
Like a natural rain.
Yeah, so it's really light and easier on the plants, and it really covers a good area like really well. And made out of like aluminum, hard, good rubber down here, hard plastic, pretty much all metal except for the handle and the
different colors.
Yeah, and they had different colors, so we decided to invest in a good water hose.
Sometimes it's better to buy once instead of buying 10 times.
Yeah, because I've gone through literally probably 10 of them.
So we've done both. We bought 10 times, and now we're buying the expensive one.
So we figured buy the more expensive, good quality one and have it last longer.
So learn from us. And then we have these guys, right?
Yeah, so these are the Hybrix Brands fertilizer. What was the guy's name? Jim from Rohrer Seeds specifically suggested these. So they had different varieties, fruit and berry. They had vegetable fertilizer, and then they had a different vegetable fertilizer, and then they had a tomato fertilizer. So These are, I believe they're all organic, right? Where did it say that?
We did read that. So we did realize after looking at these that we picked up were in fact not organic. They did have an organic option there, but the one that we picked up was not organic. No GMO ingredients, no fillers, no herbicides, no insecticides, no pesticides.
I don't remember where we read it, but we did read that it was
I think it was on their big sign.
Yeah, it was for organic gardening, and they were all natural. So the other thing that we liked about these, it says just one application feeds plants all season long. So this is a really slow release fertilizer. So you put it down, you know, even before you plant or after you plant, it doesn't matter. But I believe it says before is the best option. But it has options for both.
These are made in the USA. Proudly made in the USA.
Yeah, so essential micronutrients, remineralizing the soil to yield healthier and better tasting produce, maximizing production and quality. Hybric, serious fertilizer, the only fertilizer you will ever need, the best you will ever use. So we were pretty excited when we started reading about this, and it just seemed perfect for us. Like the whole put it down and don't worry about it the rest of the season type thing. I'm not really big on fertilizing and like having to apply fertilizer, you know, every week or every other week. I just don't do it. So I might get 1 or 2 applications in, and you know, if that really helps, I don't know. But being able to do a once and done thing, that was like the big draw for me. And then they had the specific tomato, and then the rest of the vegetables, and then our fruit trees. So our fruit trees definitely needed something last year. So
they need some love.
Yeah. So.
And I was excited that they had this in a bigger package. They had this size in tomato as well. But we specifically wanted a big tomato one, being how many tomatoes we grow. And also with like tomatoes in mind, the calcium nitrate.
Yeah, so this is calcium nitrate for blossom end rot. I think, you know, most of the time blossom end rot happens because of inconsistent watering. I think that's probably the biggest reason blossom end rot happens. But I think every once in a while, calcium has a decent amount to do with it, depending on how your soil is. But I'd say for most of the cases, it's inconsistent watering, and that's, you know,
it happens.
Part of my problem, like not being able to get to it as much as I want to or consistently.
I mean, having a real life.
Right, but just being able to put some calcium nitrate down might be able to help that situation a little bit.
Stack the deck.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have down there.
So we got a couple 10-20 trays. We got these specifically for our herbs. We do have the 10-20 Bootstrap Farmer reusable heavy duty trays for growing and starting most of our seeds, but we wanted something a little bit smaller for our herbs this year. And
just to get them started and be able to start more.
Yeah, so I think this is what, 120 spots. So 120 times 2. That gives us 240 available spaces for herbs. So
did we come to the end of our haul? Because I feel like we did.
Yeah, I think that was it, guys.
That was a marathon. But if you have all stayed with us all of this time, which we know has been a while, we are beyond thrilled to share something with you. I don't know if you've noticed the shirts that we have on, but they're so cute. Everything you need to grow. Oops, sorry, Mookers. Rohrer Seeds. So unbelievably excited to share with you that we have a discount code for all of you. unbelievable that Rohrer Seeds has reached out to us and they want to help support our viewers with this code. The code is COAL10. So anyone that orders through their catalog online, you get 10% off of your order by telling them that we sent you, essentially.
All right.
It's amazing. So I know I said in our last video we wouldn't have any codes to share with anyone, and here we are. So COAL10 with Rohrer Seeds. All of our viewers who use that code save 10%.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing that they reached out to us and wanted to affiliate with us and collaborate. Super excited. It's our first collaboration with any company, and to be able to do it with somebody local.
A small company, family owned, Pennsylvania based.
Yeah, it's just awesome.
They believe in giving back to their community, and all of you can get 10% off. So
yeah, and they got really good products. I mean, look at everything that we got, and it's
we would absolutely never recommend any company that we don't purchase from, that we're not, you know, going to use ourselves. So if we tell you that we're ever going to offer a discount code or something, know that it is a genuine thing, that we are always going to give you our full and honest review. Their service was unbelievable today from the time that we walked in, and we were greeted right away. They were knowledgeable. They were friendly. They dealt with us filming the whole time, essentially, so we could give you a tour of the store. And they were jamming while we were there. There was the parking lot was pretty full.
It was busy.
The aisles were full of people, and they kept up with everything. And again, I can't say enough of how friendly they were the whole time. And the selection in itself, we're definitely going to be going back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I thank you all so much for watching our Rohrer Seeds haul. And I hope that you take advantage and go check out their site. I'm going to link everything down below in the description, link to their site, as well as our discount code COAL10. And thanks so much, guys, for watching.
Yep. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
We'll see you on the next one.